Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets of corporate filings and see if this company is playing it straight or trying to pull a fast one. Today we are diving into a very brief report from Brookfield Asset Management Limited. Now, this isn't a deep dive into their quarterly numbers, but sometimes these short reports tell a story all on their own. Get ready because we're about to find out what they are trying to tell us. And before we get started, if you find value in breaking down these complex financial documents into plain English, please hit that subscribe button. Also, we have a fantastic community over on Discord where we talk about these filings in real time, and you can find the link in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8K filing from Brookfield Asset Management Limited dated the 8th of January 2026. Now, the 8K is like a press release for the stock market. Companies file it when something significant happens that investors need to know about right away. And in this case, the big news is that on the 8th of January 2026, the company itself, the registrant, put out a press release. Think of it as the company saying, hey, listen up everybody, this is important. This press release is officially attached to this filing, making it part of the official record. It's like the company is handing us a note and saying, read this. It's what you need to know. So, the most interesting part here is what is actually in that press release. Since this filing doesn't contain the full details of the press release itself, we have to assume that the press release Exhibit 99.1 is where the meat of the news is. These types of filings are often used to announce things like major business events, acquisitions, executive changes, or anything that could impact the company's stock price. Now that might seem a bit anticlimactic, right? We're looking at a report that basically says, we issued a press release, and then we are shown the exhibit that is the press release. But this structure itself can tell us something. Why file an 8K just to attach a press release? It is to ensure that the information in that press release is officially disclosed and made available to all investors simultaneously. It prevents anyone from getting an unfair advantage by knowing something before the public. Brookfield Asset Management Limited has Class A limited voting shares trading under the symbol BAM on the New York Stock Exchange. This is the stock that investors are watching. When a company files an 8K, it's usually because something is happening that could cause those shares to move. Brookfield Asset Management is a massive global asset manager. They invest in and operate businesses across various sectors like infrastructure, real estate, and utilities. They are known for their long-term investment horizon and their ability to manage huge amounts of capital. So when they announce something, it's typically on a grand scale. Without the actual content of the press release, it is hard to give you specific financial figures or deep dives into their operations from this particular filing. However, the act of filing this 8K with an attached press release on the 8th of January tells us that whatever was announced was deemed material enough to warrant immediate public disclosure. It was important enough that they couldn't wait for their next regularly scheduled quarterly report. Usually in these filings we'd be looking at numbers, seeing if revenue is up or down, how profitable they are, and what their debts look like. We'd compare those numbers to previous periods and to their competitors. For instance, if we saw a significant drop in revenue, we'd try to understand if it was due to a slowdown in a particular market they operate in, like real estate, or if it was a broader economic issue affecting all their investments. Or if they announced a new acquisition, we'd look at the purchase price and how they plan to finance it, considering if it's a strategic move that could boost their future earnings or a risky bet that could strain their finances. But here, the story is simpler. It is about a notification of important news. The specific details would be in that press release. Investors would have immediately gone to read Exhibit 99.1 to understand what new development at Brookfield Asset Management Limited was significant enough to make headlines on the 8th of January. It could have been a major new investment, a significant divestiture, an important strategic partnership, or even a change at the executive level. Whatever it was deemed important enough to be shared with the entire market at once. Now, looking at this filing in the broader context, Brookfield Asset Management Limited is a giant in the financial world. They manage hundreds of billions of dollars. Their actions and announcements carry weight. An 8K filing is a signal of activity, a sign that management is actively shaping the company's future and is required to keep the public informed. While this specific report is light on numerical data, its existence points to a significant event that has already been communicated to the market. To understand the true impact of this filing, one would need to access the press release itself, Exhibit 99.1. Without that, we are left with the fact that something important happened. Something that Brookfield Asset Management Limited felt compelled to announce through an official channel on the 8th of January. In conclusion, this Form 8K acts as a timestamp and an official alert. It tells us that as of the 8th of January 2026, Brookfield Asset Management Limited released a significant piece of information to the public via a press release. The implications of this announcement would depend entirely on the content of that press release. It's a prompt for investors to seek out that specific news to grasp the company's latest developments and potential impact on its business and stock. Alright, that is our breakdown of this specific filing. What do you think this kind of announcement might signal for Brookfield Asset Management Limited? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this quick decode helpful, please hit that like button. It really does help the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Check out the Discord in the description to join the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Corporate Decoder.